Ghostbusters. I am old enough to remember the first Ghostbusters. I saw it in the theater with my cousin David. When the Marshmallow Men came, I thought it was hilarious. When the guy called them Dickless, oh, what humor. I had a great time. Rick Moranis was in it. Now, I was really into SCTV at the time, more so than I was into Saturday Night Live at the time. I was like 8 years old when Ghostbusters came out. So, Aykroyd and Bill Murray were like a little bit too old for me, like just because when you're that young, 1 or 2 years is very important. So like their era of SNL was in the past, and we didn't have this thing called the internet where you could watch the old stuff. But I was hip to SCTV, even though I did not live in Canada. So I loved Rick Moranis and that whole thing. So anyway, I loved Ghostbusters. Who doesn't love it? The Keymaster. And then Ghostbusters 2 came out and I never saw it. I still never saw it. And then a few years ago, Paul Feig did his version, and it wasn't that good. Thor was funny, and McKinnon was funny then, although she's kind of getting on my nerves lately. McCarthy, it was fine. It was fine. Ghostbusters 3 was fine. And then it became a whole thing, like all these jerk off dudes who were younger than me, who like had, who I was old enough to have seen Ghostbusters in the theaters, so it should have meant something to me. But all these like 27-year-old nimrods were like, they're making the Ghostbusters for chicks, man. Go fuck yourselves, losers. You suck. You suck more than the Ghostbusters. Anyway, I just got all worked up here. All right, so let's watch the new. So now there's another Ghostbusters. For Christ's sake, there was one good movie and a video game that my cousin used to play, which was kind of boring. It was a DOS computer. My cousin, who I saw Ghostbusters with, so I guess he was the real Ghostbusters guy. He was an early computer guy, and he had like It wasn't even a Commodore 64. It was like I don't know what the hell it was, but it was like to me, it was like he was NASA. He had this crazy non-Commodore 64 computer in 1985, and he had all these crazy games on it. He had a modem. Remember in War Games when Matthew Broderick would take his phone off the hook and stuff it in a thing? He had that. So, anyway, Cousin David had a Ghostbusters game that was so boring, but part of the charm was if, like, you achieved the next level, it would sing the Ghostbusters song. So I would sit there in his room, bored out of my mind, as these little squares moved around a grid to achieve levels, and would finally perk up when I'd hear a computerized version of the Ghostbusters song. That was it for me. All right, the new Ghostbusters. It's called Ghostbusters Afterlife. I don't know who's in it. I don't know who directed it. I don't know anything because I don't pay attention to any of that crap because it's all bullshit. Here we go. They're on an El Camino truck.
Honestly,
it's like the 70s?
My mom won't say it, but we're completely broke.
I don't know if it's the 70s or not.
And the only thing that's left in our
No, it's the now.
It's this creepy old farmhouse our grandfather
Oh my
left us in the
god,
middle
old
of
farmhouse.
Why'd
This
you
is
bring it up
music.
there? Entertainment value?
Uh-oh, they're in a well.
What is that? I don't know.
Who's that kid? Oh, it's Green Slime. There he is. Why are they doing
Somehow,
this?
a town that isn't
It just
anywhere
feels
near
like they're
Penn-
shoving a round hole in a square peg, or a square peg in a round hole, whatever the cliche is. It's just like, we have this. I'm going to be the studio. I'm going to be whatever studio this is. Well, gentlemen, come to attention that we own a thing. This thing is known by all. Great. What is here? These are modern day movies that come out in summer and do just all right enough to make us do another summer movie. Oh, good. Let us take this thing that is known by all and shove it in this hole. It doesn't quite fit. Make it fit, damn you. And we'll make just enough money so that we get to keep our jobs.
That has no fault lines, no fracking, no loud
Paul Rudd? I love Paul Rudd.
shaking on a daily basis.
Hold on. Bring it back. Paul Rudd's in a movie. I'm going to go. Paul Rudd could stand there and read the phone book and it would be good.
Under the dining table now! Hey,
Who's
remember
that?
that one summer we died under a table?
I don't know who that actress is. Oh, it's a
I found this
clue!
in my living room.
Whoa, killer replica.
A replica of what?
A ghost trap?
He knows. Jason Reitman. Oh, you can vault.
There
Pie
hasn't been a
movie?
ghost
Remember
city in
Pie?
30 years.
He made Pie.
New York in the 80s? It's like The Walking Dead.
Hey, it's Dan
I
Aykroyd.
mention this to you.
It's just my mom. My grandfather
They're going
died.
for like an Amblin Entertainment. Oh yeah, so right. What's the thing over here? Oh, they love the Stranger Things. They love the early '80s nostalgia crap, even though they weren't around for it. But like passed through some sort of misconstrued understanding of a few general films, the sort of vibe that was in Close Encounters, but none of the actual drama of Close Encounters. Okay, cool. Take it again. Shove it in.
Here to pick through the rubble of his life.
All right. Show the ghosts. I don't have time for this. I do love Paul Rudd, though. I love him. Look at him.
Who are you?
Next summer.
Call it fate.
The music. Wait, that's the cue. That was a very Vangelis cue moment.
Call it karma.
Wait, is there any comedy in this? Ghostbusters. I didn't see Ghostbusters 2, but Ghostbusters 1 and Ghostbusters 3 were funny. I preferred the first one and the third one because I was 8. But there's now been one joke. Product placement, Doritos.
I believe that everything happens for a reason.
Oh, who's that? Uh-oh.
Come on, darling.
It's the Ghostbusters car. It's like the shot from the Interstellar at the beginning.
It has a gunner seat?
Why are they making this into an action movie? Oh, Jason Reitman is Ivan Reitman's son. So there's like a whole thing going on here. Ghostbusters, Afterlife. Gil, Kennan, and Reitman. Well, Jason Reitman, I don't know what it's like to be you. Like my father and I have a very good relationship. I don't feel that, and he's in a different line of work than I am. I don't feel that I need to walk in his shadow, nor does he want me to, which is fair. Had I gone into his line of work, maybe I'd have all kinds of problems about trying to overcome him. But if I did, I would go to therapy, and I wouldn't unleash it on the world. Jason Reitman feels that we all have to deal with his internal mishigas and sit through this monstrosity of a motion picture with no jokes. Paul Rudd is the greatest man who ever lived. So if he's in a movie, we're going to go. But I can tell you right now that Ghostbusters 4, also known as Ghostbusters Afterlife, will be bad. I'm basing this entirely on the marketing materials. I did not see one joke, nor did I see anything that had any dramatic impact. Kate McKinnon was better, and she's kind of annoying. Be honest, Kate McKinnon's a little bit annoying. Kate McKinnon, this is ridiculous. This is bad, and I'm going to work this out in my head. I shouldn't let this affect me. I have, in the last year, become kind of annoyed with Kate McKinnon to the point now that I'm annoyed with Elizabeth Warren, which is ridiculous. And if Elizabeth Warren should be the nominee against Donald Trump, believe me, I'm going to vote for her. I'll vote for her as many times as I can legally. But right now, she drives me a little bit nuts. When I see her, I don't see her. I see McKinnon doing her, which is what happened with Sarah Palin and Tina Fey to the other side. So I guess it's maybe fair. So in conclusion, I'm going to work that out, though. Jason Reitman needs to work out his daddy issues before he makes Ghostbusters 5. So long.